What's going on? This is Near RC. Call me Big Fern. It'll be my first video posted in reference to what I've done to build on a budget and get hooked on the RC trend, so to speak. Anyway, while I was deployed in the Army, we had like a little RC track that the engineers built. I thought it was pretty cool, you know, something to do to kind of take your mind off of the day. All the stuff we did out there in Iraq, Kuwait, Bosnia, wherever we were. Okay, so it all started off, with this little guy right here, a Himoto Tirano, 1/18 scale. Okay, my math was wrong, thinking that 1/18 was bigger and actually it was smaller. Oops. But needless to say, I had it shipped overseas to me, and this little thing was a lot of fun, believe it or not. And I've had this since 2011. Had it for a long time. It's never broken, not once. Not that I'm a heavy basher, but I street race, grass race. Good thing. So, during my other deployments, I ordered something else. It was the Exceed brand, because after doing my research, I was trying to figure out, okay, man, these RCs, they can start from like, you know, next to nothing, all the way up to like $600, $700, even $1,000. I'm like, no. I know I can get stuff cheaper than that. So I started off next with the Exceed brand, okay? It seemed to me that they were inexpensive and so forth and so on. But after doing my research, I still was not quite hooked on the Low C, Traxxas, OFNA, and a few other higher priced brands. I was like, let me start small. So when I started, the first thing I got was the Raleigh Monster. Then after the Raleigh Monster, I got the Infinity Truck. And then after the Infinity Truck, I actually got the short course, or the buggy. So those are my three next RCs. So after trial and error, a lot of damage, a lot of banging and bashing, finding out that the quality of the RC is really important depending on what you want to do. Now again, the whole key is do your research and try to figure out what RC is best going to suit your needs. So the next thing I did was, okay, I finally decided to start on a Traxxas, the easiest one. But I didn't want to buy a brand new one. So what I did was, after doing some research, get them off eBay. A brand new Traxxas, even the lowest model, is going to cost you in upwards of, you know, almost 200 bucks. Okay, that's with everything. But if you go on eBay and buy used, after learning how to tear these Exceeds apart and putting them back together, the layout in the Traxxas was very simple. Case in point, here is the frame, which is now just a roller. I do have the wheels of my short course, my truck, which is the Infinity. And the Infinity comes with the double shocks, okay, right there. Good overall, but you know, it just wasn't sturdy enough to do a little more harder running that I was used to. So I said, what can I do with this since I bought all this, and can I reuse it? Well, that's exactly what I did. I repurposed a lot of stuff to help build on the stuff that I bought. So, case in point, the first thing I did is I got my first Rustler. Really nice, huh? But this Rustler was a vintage Rustler, or I should say first gen, the XL1 version, not the XL5. So this is the one that has the solid black body. Okay, the newer Rustlers have the gray body. But you know what? I like the black body better. And it's pretty sturdy plastic. Okay? It came with no motor, no ES, no electronics at all. It was just a roller. I'm like, that's perfect, because what I did was, and I didn't think it was possible, I can reuse the receiver, the ESC, and the motor from my previous RCs, and that's exactly what I did. I put those in, and boom, everything works. So this Traxxas Rustler actually runs off of the Exceed remote and transmitter, or any one that you prefer, because, hush, Coco, you can interchange them to suit your needs, which is another good thing. So you don't waste money buying high-priced stuff that you don't need to buy. So after that, I said, okay, I got enough knowledge now. I've watched a lot of videos. And by the way, I want to give credit to a few of my guys out there I've been watching over the years. Ultimate RC, Jang, good to go. Ozzy, RC Playground, love that guy. Racing to Learn, good stuff. I learned a lot about how to take stuff apart, put it together, what stuff you have to look out for, modifications, and so forth and so on. 2RC Production, my boy Squirrel, man, you're the best. I mean, your informative videos help me out a lot. And a new guy named Jeff Roberts. He's actually doing what I'm doing right now, and he's already posted a video. So I hope you guys get a lot out of this and what I have done so far, building on the budget. So the next thing I bought was a TMAXX. Oh yes, a TMAXX. The reason why I bought a TMAXX, Coco, was that I saw a video on how to convert a gas TMAXX into an EMAXX. And when I started looking on the videos, I said, wow, I can actually build this hundreds of dollars less than buying a brand new one, or even a used one for that matter, that was brushed or brushless. So after watching the videos and building up some confidence, I did. So I got the I bought these piece by piece. Believe it or not, this TMAXX as a roller was only $92. $92 on eBay, right? It didn't even come with the, did it come on the show? Yeah, it came on the show. Okay. So what I did was I gutted and took out all the motor and tank and everything else is on there. It all unscrews from the bottom. I took all that crap out, tossed it to the side. I got the conversion kit for the transmission, put that in there, which consisted of the single speed gear and the forward only gear. So I took all that crap out, put those in, closed it back up. I already had the brushless motor from Hobby Power from my previous Exceed, and also the ESC 60 amp. So I put that in there. I'm running it off of the Exceed receiver, and boom, lo and behold, after following the videos and doing exactly what they said, I have me a TMAXX converted to EMAXX for less than, I would say with repurposing my parts, less than 160 bucks. Whoa. So once I built this bad boy, that was it. I got the itch. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I say I got the itch. Okay? So the next thing I did, I got another TMAXX EMAXX conversion. But this one was better. I got this for $110 on eBay, right? With the shell. The thing about it was, with this one, it already had the forward-only conversion done to the transmission, and it also had the brushless electronic mount already in it. Everything else was gone. Okay, so I said fine. So again, I did everything. The mount for the brushless motor is right here. Of course, it was the same as this one. Now that I got good, it's basically a Hobby Power 12-turn motor. I took that out, and I just got this nice, pretty 1/8 scale Integy engine in, 22 kV. Just got it set in the mount, so forth and so on, and I'm still waiting for my 120 amp ESC to come in. So that'll replace over here. As you can tell, the cable connections are a lot thicker on this brushless motor than the previous 110 scale motor. So got to swap that out, or else if I don't, it'll burn this one up because the amp is just not high enough. But anyway, I got good at taking all this stuff apart. And the best thing about converting a TMAXX to EMAXX is you get a metal frame. I'm not even going to begin to tell you how many holes I've drilled in here just so I can figure out the type of layout I wanted for my frame. And after watching all the videos and so forth and so on, pretty much you can do what you want. It's your call. If you want your battery to be in the front, then put it in the front. If you want your battery tray to be held by industrial Velcro, do it. If you want to buy a battery tray that sits up or lays flat, do it. It's basically your call. These parts are interchangeable. Now, there are some TMAXX brushless receivers and transmitters that won't function, supposedly from what I heard, with other motors. So just be careful what you integrate into your setup. Make sure it works. Ask questions like I did. And the Amazon network and even on eBay, they answer back pretty quickly. So I'm happy. So TMAXX number 2, converted to EMAXX. And then the next thing was, like I said, I got the itch. Next thing I did was I got a Stampede. Now this Stampede again was a roller. It didn't have anything in it at all. The body on it was pretty much bashed up. It was all cracked in the front, so forth and so on. And the guy got it from an auction, 60 bucks. 60 bucks. You can't even get a brushed, used one for $60. And again, I repurposed the brushless motor, the brush motor from one of my Exceeds to receiver, so forth and so on. Changed out the tires a little bit. You notice that the Rustler, I put the Stampede tires on it. It just makes it look a whole much more meatier. I used a set of tires I already have from my Exceed and put it on here. I used a Proline body that came off of TMAXX and just recessed the holes and then refitted it. Did a little bit of trimming around the wheel well. Again, this is all the stuff I learned online to do. After that, my next purchase was I got a pack of eight TMAXX bodies for 60 bucks. 8 of them. 8 of these bodies right here. They come in different sizes. This one's a 2.5, which I have 2 of. This one and the one you saw here. And then I got a 2, which is a 3.3, which is a longer, the extended version of the TMAXX. It's just a little bit longer frame. And I got 2 Humvee bodies and 2 clear 110 scale bodies, a Baja buggy body, and then another Chevy truck body, which are clear. So I'm going to learn how to paint those. Again, 60 bucks. Now, in total, and my whole purpose of this video is to show you how inexpensive it was for me to do what I've done and repurpose what I had before to integrate into what I have now. Out of everything I have here, costs less than one brand new EMAXX. Everything right here. Purpose is, you have to be patient. eBay is your best option to get used parts. Know what you're buying. Know how much you're willing to pay for it. And be patient in getting it, just like I did. All this took, for me, about a 3-year period to gather up. I can say I got all this stuff probably in the last 6 months. But again, it was one after the other, after the other, after the other. Once I got that good deal, I waited for it to come here, and then that's when I started really mixing my stuff up, building it how I wanted to, and that's what I do as a hobby. So, any more information, I'm sure to pass on to you. Come see my website, Newer RC, and I'll talk to you soon. And the next video will be showing you exactly how I converted everything and did what I wanted to make it mine, the Black Diamond Connection. See you later.